Yo, what's poppin'? It's Dolly, and in this video, we're gonna rank some cosmetics, being playmats, card sleeves, and coins that we have so far from the beginning of the game all the way up through A3. Just about to get into the next set here. So we're gonna do 3 different tier lists to do this. One for playmats, one for card sleeves, and one for coins, just so that it doesn't get too much. I would have done like icons and emblems, but those are pretty obvious, like which ones are the best, I think. And then when it comes to display boards and covers, that's a lot more to dive into because there's a lot more unique things happening there. So I just thought this was a fun video to do while I'm away. So without further ado, let's just get into it. All right, so we're gonna start with the playmats, and we're gonna try to go in the order that they were dropped in. The first one we got was this Eevee one, the Evolutions. And this is, you know, this kind of set the tone. This was the first playmat. I'm pretty sure everybody gets this regardless. I could be wrong. So we're just gonna put this in C. I believe S tier is gonna be like probably our top 5 that we almost use in everything. A is gonna be ones that like I personally love, that I think are really cool. B is gonna be just like, it's solid, it's solid. C is gonna be okay, and I guess solid is better than okay. Like okay is like meh. You know, but D is going to be for, you know, any of them that are bad. Any ones that I think are not nice to look at. So next up we got Meowth, and this was, I believe, the first event that we had, and I used this so much for so long. I think the color contrast on this is really great. The sun rays kind of coming through just gives it like some kind of pattern look. The gold coins is cool. The evolution stones in there. I'm a cat dad, so I'm a little biased towards this. A while ago, I would have put this in I love or S tier, but a lot of the playmats have gotten a lot better lately, so this one's just gonna be solid. It's probably gonna lead solid because I love this playmat, but I don't really use it as much anymore. So on to the next one. So the next one was the Venusaur event playmat, and this one is so tasty with the sunset, the Pidgeot flying, the little pond action. I love this one. I'm gonna put this this is probably gonna lead A for me, and that might shock a lot of people, but it's like this calming, it's got this calm like thing going on because it's sunset and it's just nice. It makes me feel warm inside, and can maybe sort of low-key subconsciously affect my rage in games. So for that, I'm gonna put that A tier. Next up was the Charizard one, which, I mean, kind of took over, to be honest. Kind of took over the game. Everyone was using this, but for some reason, like the Charizard pelvic thrusting really kind of ruins it for me. You'll notice like sometimes like the card sleeves, like they punch in on like a specific thing. I think the card sleeve is the best thing out of this, or it might be. It's better than this because it removes the pelvic thrust thing. So for that, I'm gonna put this one in okay, because I know it's not bad, but it's just like, I don't know, it's kind of silly goofy to me. Ooh, the Mewtwo one, the first Mewtwo one, it was like everybody was either using this or the Charizard one, and I was using the Meowth and the Sunset one. So everybody was using this because this got you the closest to dark mode at the time, you know, and you do have to show it some respect. It's not bad. The colors are pretty cool. I wish that we had more of like the stuff happening on the bottom. Like I wish that was kind of like present throughout, but I understand what they were going for here. I'll put it here. I'll put it here. And actually the Eevee one should go in the back. Yeah. Now the Blastoise playmat. This was kind of cool and refreshing at the time, but it has not really kept up lately. I wish that like the cannons were like pointed down a little bit more, or we had like more water in this playmat. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the image off to the side here with the tier list in front of me here. So this is okay. I did like this event a little bit more because they spiced up the card sleeves a little bit more. They didn't just like punch in on this image. So I do have to give it some credit there, but again, for me, this is just gonna be okay. It's gonna be slightly better than the Eevee one, but that's it. This is a good one, man, because like Vileplume's got like the kind of pattern with the polka dots. It's got this nice depth behind it with like the bridge and some sun peeking through, leaves falling. This is a really good one. I like this one. I dig this one. Again, it's this kind of calming presence. I'm gonna put it up in A. It's nice. It's a nice one. It's a nice one. It kind of gives away, like, I think what you're playing, but so does your energy. So I don't think it really matters too much. Now the Gardevoir one is so different because it's upside down, which is like kind of a vibe by itself. It was so different, and I kind of digged the sleeves for this one, but I don't know. For me, I'm like very symmetrical, and it flipped upside down just doesn't feel right for me for some reason. I don't know, but I do got to give it some respect for that. It is better than solid. It is actually no, it is solid. It is solid, but I'm putting it behind Meowth because I just think I like the Meowth one more. Sorry. I think at this point I have to talk about the special one here. I think you either love this or you hate this. It is the closest thing that we have to dark mode. I like all the arrows and like all of the typings and stuff on it. I do like this a lot. I'm gonna put this in S tier, which might upset a lot of people, but it's a solid just go-to playmat. Like this feels like if you're learning to play the game, this feels like one of those like tutorial playmats. You know what I'm talking about? Like where they have like, this is where this goes and this is where that goes, you know, kind of a thing. So that's kind of why I put this in S tier, because it was the first like special mat to come out. I think this probably should have been like the first playmat that you got instead of the Eevee one, but I digress. I'm putting it in S tier just because we haven't seen anything like this before. This one really stands out. So I'm hoping that these special ones where you exchange like those special tickets and stuff for are going to be higher end, like unique ones like this. So that's my thoughts on that one. Ooh, the Pikachu event. See, this one was kind of a vibe. I like the art style. All the Pikachus, I'm not saying feel like a pattern, but I do like all the expressions on them. The color's nice. It's not like overly saturated. So for that, I'm actually gonna put this in the love category in A, just because it is kind of a cool little pattern. I think I like the sleeves a little bit more, but yeah, this one's super solid. The Cynthia Garchomp one was also one of those that was pretty well done, I think, because they didn't just like punch into images and things. Because like the Cynthia sleeve was a lot different. I need to stop talking about the sleeves before we get to them, but this one was a cool, just like kind of really simple, minimal one, but like still had like the action and stuff. But I don't know, I can't put it, it's solid. It's solid. It's not better than any of these up here to me. It's just not. And I know that there's a lot of Cynthia lovers, also probably more Cynthia haters. So yeah, I'm just gonna be safe and put this in B for y'all, okay? Oh God, this is gonna be the first D tier one. I don't know what it is. I think the Pokemon that are included in this were kind of random, and I do not like this 3D. There's like no shading, you know, it's like everything's just bright and sharp, and it's kind of like it feels like it's too much to look at. This was a cool art style for sure, and like all the like strokes on it, like all the different layers of colors and stuff is really cool. I gotta show it the respect because of all the different strokes and things going on. We haven't seen that yet in any other playmats, that is. So I do dig this one. I think this one's pretty sweet. This one was the first one that felt like dark mode, and dude, it's so hard because some Pokemon's designs really can carry things like this, because Darkrai is just such a cool design of a Mon that naturally you slap him on a playmat, it's just gonna be a cooler playmat. And so yeah, this one's gonna go all the way to the top if it lets me. Hello? There. I think there might be one playmat that could beat this, but this one's like, it's so good. This one's really tough because at the core of it, the wave through the center is cool. All the shapes like the bubbles, stars, perfect. Exactly what I'm looking for in a playmat. But then you surround it with 3 Piplup and a Manaphy. Like, I don't know if it's the fact that like there's not an even number, or that they put a square that kind of ruins like the flowiness and the circle, like round shapeness of it. I don't know. I feel like that just kind of ruined it for me. It makes it so bad, I'm putting it in D tier. Arceus. Arceus is another good one. It is another one of those dark mode feeling mats, and for me, I'm just gonna slap that all the way up there, but not quite behind. You can make an argument for either of these. Guys, I can't lie to you. This is ugly. This is so ugly. What they're doing here with the swirliness and everything, I like, but the colors just don't do it for me. Like, it's too muted for that or something. Or just like these guys being here, I don't know, like just have the Leafeon and I don't know, like their colors kind of throw it off. Like, there's just a lot happening. I think this is the worst playmat. I'll say that. I think this is the worst playmat. Next, this is okay. You know, it's okay. I like the brighter colors, and I like the playmat more than the sleeves because they just lazily punched in for the sleeves on this one, because I do like that you get the bonus of Riolu kind of training with him. It's just a Pokemon kicking. I don't know. I feel like the hype for Lucario himself carries this. If you were to slap any Mon on here, like if this was Hitmonlee kicking, you'd be like, okay. You know what I mean? So, C tier. Now, if you've been paying attention, this has everything that I'm looking for when it comes to a playmat. We've got this cool swirly texture, kind of reminds me of Balatro. Perfect background in my opinion, if you can't tell. We've got this swirly action, and then Charizard, the shiny Charizard, is the dark mode feel that we need from this too, and then like the shinier kind of background, like the depth. This is easily a top 5, if not top 3. So, you know, the red one's really cool too, because we get all the pattern, you know, all the lines, the action. But I don't know, this doesn't feel like, this doesn't look like Pikachu. I do dig this one. I'm gonna put this above the other Pikachu up here, just because it's got the pattern and things going on. It's a little more striking. Now, I've been a fan of the whole dark mode look, and I really like the green and purple like colors here, but this just seems slightly off balanced to me because there's a lot more happening with like his hands and things. If there was like a moon or like a planet or something back here to kind of balance this out a little bit better, it would be a lot higher. So for that, and honestly, when I look at these other ones up here, I don't know how often I'm actually playing this one. So this is very solid. If it's gonna go, it's very solid. This is without a doubt the best playmat in the game. And it's gonna be pretty hard to top because we have the tapestry like design, and it's like that nice circular to counter the square cards or the rectangular cards. The colors are all great, like the contrast here, and then with the white in the center, this is going to be tough to beat. I think this is the best one in the game. You can make an argument for, I think, any of these top 4 or top 5 up here, but this is this Rowlet one, you know, I gotta show some respect to it because it's kind of like comic booky. You just don't really get that when you're playing the game. You're not really focused on that. So I'm gonna put this just above the Mewtwo here. And I know they did punch it on like this little thing here, but like you're almost not even looking at that. So this, for the exact same reasons as I like the Sunset one, this one goes right behind it because this is really, really, really cool. The moon, I mean, it's so minimal. You get the majority of like the sky and stuff. It just, and it feel like I was talking about, it kind of feels balanced well, as far as like what's going on both sides and stuff. And finally, I believe this was the 6-month anniversary playmat. And at first I really didn't like this one, but it has grown on me a lot. I do like the party stuff happening. I wish we would have just had like more balloons and like confetti on like the ground or something like that. Like, I know we have to have some Pokemon on here, but these guys just kind of feel random. Like we already have so much Charmander and Mew and Piplup. Like, you know, I think that's kind of what pulls this one down for me. But I will say that I do love this one now. And I don't know if I can put it above any of that, but I do like that one a lot now. So yeah, I think that's a perfect order. That's at least for me. Let me know where I went wrong. And hey, if you're enjoying this so far, go ahead and hit the like button for me as well. It goes a long way. It really does. Helps the algorithm. We're brand new here. We're on our way to partner. So yeah. So card sleeves. The main issue that I have with a lot of these sleeves is that they're either just the same image as the playmat or it's just punched in on something, which sometimes isn't that bad, because like I think the border, like the color of the border around a sleeve can really save it too. So like if it's something different, then I kind of really dig it. So the first one being this Eevee one, you know, D tier. There's nothing special about this one to me. Sorry. If you love Eevee, you're probably just going to use this anyways, but you got to admit that there's nothing special to this one, really. See, now the Meowth one, I might be a little biased towards, but when you look at it, you still get like the shape of like the sun coming in, all the coins, and even the evolution stones in there. So for me, I'm still going to put this in B. It's solid. It's solid. This is a pretty good one. And as far as the Venusaur one, I'm also going to put this in solid. I know it is just punched in on the playmat still, but we still get the contrast of the purple yellow sky, which is really nice. We get a little bit of the pond action, and you know, I just like the parent, not sibling, parent-child vibes. Now the Charizard one, again, you kind of see, you know, the pelvic thrust, but it's much better. It's much better. So I'm gonna put this at the top of solid. Like this one definitely came through. Cool little red borders happening. Yeah, this one's pretty solid. Now again, the Mewtwo one is just the same as the playmat, but I don't think it's as cool just because you don't get like a lot of the stuff happening. You don't get the full effect of like the dark mode thing, but it's got the pink borders, which is pretty cool. But I'm still gonna put this, it's not, I don't wanna say it's bad, but this was at the point in the game where like they were just copy pasting everything. So it's hard to even put this in C. I like the teal, like the turquoisey kind of border. And it just feels like, you know, trainer and ace kind of vibes. It's okay. It's just punched in again, but there's at least more happening in it. The Erica one is very cool, but I'm gonna have to, you know, just out of keeping the theme here and sticking to what I'm saying, this one's okay, because you can't really see all the things happening because it is just a lot smaller of an image. Now, Gardevoir as sleeves, I really like the pink. The pink border is pretty sweet. This kind of looks like a you know, like some card sleeves that you'd actually get in real life. So for that, I'm actually gonna put this all the way up into A. I think this was the better part of this set or this drop that came out for it. Remember what I just said? That is card sleeves that I would genuinely go out and purchase in real life. That looks like something that I would, those look like real card sleeves. It's just it's a go-to. It's so hard to not just pick this card sleeve. It's so good. I'm sorry. The Pikachu one is a lot cooler. I dig this because it's kind of like, because now it's starting to feel like a pattern. You know, it's pretty cool. I like this one. I'm gonna put this all the way up here in A tier. I think it's better as sleeves than it is the playmat, I think. Here we go again. Sorry, you are in D tier. This might be a hate crime, but I really just don't like it. And it's even worse as sleeves because you can barely see like what's going on. All you can really see is Mew. Now, Cynthia, man, I'm gonna have to put this all the way at the top of A tier. I don't know if it makes the cut to S tier, but if it did, it would be because it's the only trainer that I really kind of vibe with. Because I understand wanting like a character on your card sleeve. I think it would have been cooler with black borders, to be honest. I don't really care for like the brownish like honey mustard look. But at least this one is very different than the playmat and the coin and everything else. Like this stands out to me a lot. So I'm putting it at the top of A tier for sure. Again, the Darkrai, this was the thing to punch in on that playmat. And if you're really going for, you know, with like a theme for your 3 things, like the playmat, the sleeves, and the coins, this, I put this in a lot. I slide this in a lot, and it is a a dark mode feel. It's a cool mythical Pokemon. It's got the black borders, but I just think that this stands out a bit more. Like, I think these make more sense as like I don't know. It's very close. It's very close. I know this is technically the same art, but they did it differently. They didn't just punch in on it. And this has got things that we haven't seen on any other sleeve. Look at all these borders happening around. You know, we got the red, then the yellow, then the, like, what is that, orange, pink, purple, and it's got it all like in the flame and everything. It's so different. I love this one. This is probably a top 3 card sleeve. This is great. Like, from here up, you're seeing the difference. You're seeing like where I stand on a good card sleeve. You know what I mean? See, now the Manaphy kind of does exactly what I was asking the playmat to do. So this makes a lot more sense. This feels a lot better. It's not as cool as the Chimchar one, but it is very high up there. And I kind of really do dig this. I think it's between these two, but oh God, I didn't mean to put it there. I probably gotta put it, it's like right here. Now the Arceus, man, see, like, I know it doesn't have that effect in game, but like if I were to get these card sleeves in real life, like I could see parts of this being like metallic, or it just being this perfect like color. I think the border being the same color as everything really kind of makes this one like pop. Dude, I gotta put this all the way up in S tier. Again, it's just, I think it's the design. You're rocking the one Mon. You could argue that all of these are, I mean, these are all really close, and I know it is the exact same as like the playmat. I get that, but for some reason this just works. This is just a really good design where it works just across the board. So again, I don't know if this is a hate crime, but I'm putting this, at least it's better without the trainers. It's just D tier. Now, again, might get hate for this one. They just punched in on it, and we lose the Riolu in this. At least we're punching in on the image though. It's okay. So the shiny Charizard one, like, we lose the effect of like the swirlage, you know, that we have in the playmat. So that kind of takes a lot away for me. And the borders aren't that great on this. I think it would have been better if it was like the red color on his wings, but who knows? Who knows? I'm sure, you know, they went through the colors and stuff. I don't know. It's not, like, this is still a cool one to use. But I don't know if I can put it any higher than this. Now again, the red one, same thing as the Charizard. We're losing the effectiveness of like all the lightning and stuff happening, so it doesn't have as cool of points. At least it is punched in though. You know, I guess. Again, this is another one that's just punched in on something, but it solves the issue that I had at the playmat, and I gotta show it respect for that. I think it would have been cooler if the border was like the green color, like the shiny green, so we got more of that. I'm gonna have to put this here, because it's cooler to me. It's cooler than these, but these all start to offer a bit more. You know what I mean? Once again, we don't even lose that much of like the tapestry look, and it just looks so good. It looks so good. I gotta put it S tier. We'll revisit the top 5 S tier here in a bit. Now this Rowlet one, I really like. I didn't even notice that this was, you know, just punched in on the full playmat, because again, I'm not even like able to take in all of that. I'm just looking at all the other Rowlets, and like, but it is cool that it's like the comic book. So this is just like one of the slices of like that comic book feel. But I think this really stands out. I'm putting this in a top 5 minimum. This one, I feel like the border shouldn't have been so dark. It should have been like this either like a pink, like a soft pink, or like this color blue or something like that. So it gets a bit of points down. So I'll put it about there because we're missing a lot of like the moon too, which is like the reason I really dig this one. So it's okay. And lastly, we got the Charmander, which we already have 2 Charizards and a Chimchar, so it's hard to rank this one high, but I like the streetlights in it, in the buildings. It's a different vibe, but it's B tier. Maybe I put, you know what? Let's put Cynthia up here. And we'll put Rowlet down here. Because we do want at least a trainer up there. I think that's a really solid top 5. Wait, you're still watching? Yo, thank you so much. Why don't you hit subscribe below? You must like the content, right? Why not subscribe? So when it comes to coins, I know a lot of people love their coin collection and they have probably very strong opinions of coins, but I think that there are some here that are very obviously better than the other ones. And there's a lot of them that are just like, I'm never gonna use this. So starting with the Pokeball one, not that I would never use it, but like I would if we didn't have this one. So I'm gonna put this one all the way up in A tier, but I'm gonna leave this here instead of D tier in case you don't have that coin. So that is what that is. Now, let's get a lot of these just out of the way. Eevee, it's doing nothing for me. Meowth, it's doing nothing for me. In fact, it probably would have been cooler if the coin shape was the coin, like on his head or something, or like shaped like the cat head or something. Blastoise, you get the cannon in there, so it's a little better. But it's, I don't know. Venusaur, if you look real close at this one, it is, it's a weird face. It's a weird face. The Venusaur one might be at the bottom for me because it's just, it feels like you're forcing all of the parts of Venusaur in the coin and it just doesn't feel right. But when you look at the Charizard one, see now you get the claw over the line, right? That's cool. And the little flame coming out, S tier. And I'm not even being like a Charizard Glazer or anything like that. I mean, the details in that coin make it better than any of the other ones that we just rated, right? So again, the Mewtwo one doesn't really do anything for me, but I do like his, I think the Blastoise cannon looking at you is a little cooler. Again, Pikachu doing nothing for me. Gardevoir, at least we get kind of a cooler, different color around, you know, as like the ring around the coin. So there's that. There are some things that are just charming, like this coin stands out because it looks like nothing else that we have in the game. And I kind of really just dig the big head Mew. It's just silly looking. I'm putting this at the top of S tier. This might be the best coin. And it's like not even a shiny one or a rainbow one or a monochrome one. It's just silly. I really like this one. That might be the best coin. So now, and then we got Erica, which is a nice rainbow one. We only have a couple of those, and I think hers is the nicest looking, and I'll get into the other ones in a little bit. So I really dig this one. I think this is probably better than the Charizard one, because we do get the rainbow shiny effect. Now the monochrome Erica, you know, it's like when you already have the rainbow one, it's like, am I really using this? But it is cooler than this stuff, so B tier. Chimchar, I mean, it's another just one of these, you know, where it's not really doing anything for me. So now Cynthia's got the intimidating look, you know, when you're flipping heads, you know, when you need to, at least for attacking. I kind of dig this one. I don't really like the color around, like as the border, but the pose, the expression kind of does it for me. Darkrai, again, there's really nothing special to this, but he gets carried by his design. I'm gonna put it about here. The Manaphy one, again, it's like there's not really much happening. I think the border around the Gardevoir, like that looks a little bit better. This just looks more like a coin. Like this looks like a real life coin to me. Yeah, I think about there makes sense. Like if Pokemon had coins, like we have quarters and stuff, like this would be like a quarter. Leafeon, again, when you have, you know, the other evolution, the monochrome, it's not doing that much. But I think the black and red looks really sharp, especially for a character named Red. So he's going all the way up there. Very solid. If you flip this coin or seen this coin flip, it looks real good. So we're putting that all the way up there. I think this is better. I think this is better than the other stuff in the event. I kind of like the pose. His facial expression really kind of comes across. This is probably one of the better ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, now Glaceon Rainbow is cool. When are you using this coin? What you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's just better options. So it's solid. It's solid. The shiny Charizard I'm gonna put above it because he's just the pose is better. Maybe it just looks better from the front, like he is doing the same like pelvic thrust thing. Now again, for my S tier ones, I'm gonna put one monochrome one up there, which is the red in red and the Erica Rainbow. And the reason that I'm picking the Erica Rainbow over the red Rainbow, because red kind of looks, you know, like just regular, it's just a shiny kind of coin, is because I kind of really like how the rainbow affects her hair. I think that's just cooler. The rainbow red all the way up here. And the green Mewtwo, I gotta give it to the pose. I gotta give it to the pose. I think it goes right up here. This, again, this like star, like sun design, it's not better than this one. In fact, this one's probably going up. Similar to how I said Arceus feels like a coin, this feels like a real life coin. It's got the bronze, like that coppery kind of feel to it, and you get the whole Mon. I hate to do it, but when I look at the two of them side by side, this just looks like it's a president that's looking to the side. It looks like a coin. This would be like your silver dollar. This would be like a penny, and this would be like a quarter, you know, or something. And lastly, this is okay. Yeah, right about there. Dude, these top 7 are so close, but I think I gotta leave it there. I think that's the final coin tier list. Hey, you made it all the way through the video. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. I hope you had fun and kind of now starting to get the gears going for like how you like your playmats. Maybe some opinions shifted after like really diving in and staring at them for a while. Again, hope you guys had fun. Hope your packs shine, your battles are won, and hopefully I will catch you next time. Take it easy.